So a couple of things here. This footpath, I mentioned before, those blocks are 200 by 100. So luckily for you, I've counted them, and this footpath is 3.5 meters wide from that little wall to the face of the curb. Right. Now, even there, even 3.5 meters, it's not, you cannot always get a street tree in there, because the railing has to be 500 millimeters back from the road curb. So that knocks you back to 3 meters. Then the tree would have to be 500 from the actual railing, because you can't plant a tree jammed up against the railing. So that makes your footpath, available footpath width, 2.5 to the middle of the tree. And then the tree pit itself will be at least 600 by 600. So you're down to just over 2 meters pedestrian width, which is okay for from highways point of view and transport department's point of view for a footpath that's not used very much. But this is quite busy near that, or comparatively busy near that bus stop. The problem is, one of the other problems is that you can see these manholes here. These footpaths are full of cables and pipes and other underground services. So that means that even if above ground there's room for a tree, often below ground there is not room for a tree. Now then, let's just go around and have a look here. Another problem is the sight lines of these signs. So you have to stay way back so that the vehicles can see the road signs, which is really frustrating. All of these things conspire to make it difficult to plant trees in this kind of slope. Now let's have a look up here. Look at this awful, ugly slope. Right? So this is very typical. I mean, this is just an engineered slope finished off with shotcrete. That is concrete that's applied wet, and sprayed onto the slope. And you can see there's a little tiny Ficus microcarpa getting in there. There's a great big Ficus microcarpa up here, which must have grown up, probably 30 years ago in a crack at the top of the slope. And so the planting is so amazing. Look at this. You're given a concrete slope like that, you think nothing can grow on it at all. But Ficus microcarpa will prove you wrong. Right? Look at the roots, the aerial roots running down, all the way down the slope, all the way down into the drain here. And then muddled up with that is another species called Kalanchoe, Kalenchoe, Kalanchoe, which is a succulent plant, which is able to grow with very, very little water. And if you look very closely, you can see it actually makes little baby plants on the edge of the leaf. It's a very weird thing, and those drop off and make new plants. So the Kalanchoe has also covered up this whole slope. So there are ways of greening even these incredibly difficult vertical slopes.